In 100 ages of the gods, I could not tell thee of the glories of the Himalayas. Tranquil, mysterious, compelling, the Himalayas, drawing people with a mystical gravity. Some seek the challenge of the mountains to conquer them. Others delve within, undertaking a journey to seek their own spiritual cause. In India, the eastern Himalayas stretch across Sikkim, extending down to the Darjeeling Hills in North Bengal, and finishing in a flourish in Arunachal Pradesh, the last sentinel of the northeast. The Nepalese call Sikkim Sukkim, or the new place. For the bhutiyas, it was demazon, or the valley of rice. But the Lepchas put it simply, the abode of the gods. Mount Kanchenjunga, the presiding deity of several peaks that raise their heads like a pantheon of gods. Sikkim, steeped in legends and history. This mystical land, with its dramatic topography, is a multidimensional holiday destination. Sikkim is a trekker's paradise. Its vast, unspoiled terrain, often not motorable, affords mesmeric mountainscapes. The rivers cascade down mountain slopes. Their crystal clear waters catch the sparkle of the sun. The teesta that originates in the glaciers of Kanchenjunga. The Rangit, its handsome tributary. The rapids of these mountain rivers are turbulent but safe and graded, ideal for river rafting and kayaking. Two and a half hours north of Gangtok, the mystical Changu Lake. Gleaming, tranquil, blue, above all, sacred. The oval-shaped Changu remains completely frozen during the winter months, giving rise to breathtaking snowfields. A palpable mysticism has permeated the very air of Sikkim, perhaps infused by the presence of its nearly 200 ancient monasteries. Religious centers, repositories of a timeless culture and ancient traditions. Situated 5 kilometers from Gangtok, the Enche Monastery, built on the site blessed by a lama, a revered tantric master. Every year, around January, Cham, or the religious mask dance, is staged with great fanfare for 2 days. This colorful dance is performed in the monastery courtyards by the monks themselves, spectacularly depicting the legends and myths of tantric Buddhism. Draped in 1,000 rainbows, the Rumtek Monastery, grand, picturesque, tranquil, the seat of the Karmapas and the Kagyupa sect of Tibetan Buddhism. A replica of the Surfu Monastery, their traditional seat in Tibet, it houses some of Mahayana Buddhism's most unique art objects, ancient manuscripts, and icons. Nestling amidst tea estates, oozing an old-world charm, a throwback to the days of the British Raj, Darjeeling, an alpine getaway from the tropical heat of West Bengal. Darjeeling is also the hometown of the great mountaineer Tenzing Norgay. His memory is well preserved, and the town pays homage to its most famous son. But it is the magical toy train that makes a trip to Darjeeling a special experience. The toy train, now a World Heritage, is a marvel of miniature rail engineering, proven when it negotiates the sheer gradient. Its narrow gauge measures just over half a meter. Starting in the foothill town of Siliguri, it zigzags up across the face of the hills. The journey is enchanting, girdling breathtaking landscapes. It cannot be experienced anywhere else in the world. Situated on a ridge with a breathtaking view of the Teesta is the picturesque town of Kalimpong, the flower bazaar of this region. Just 51 kilometers east of Darjeeling, its orchid and flower nurseries are unique in India. Flowers from here are exported to most major cities in northern India and abroad. Kalimpong is also famous for its indigenous handicraft. The artisans here produce exotic Tibetan and Bhutanese handicraft and jewelry that are much admired in the country and around the globe. The last sentinel of the northeastern states, the first to be kissed by the morning sun, Arunachal Pradesh, the land of the rising sun, mysterious, magical, mystical. Arunachal is vast. It is the largest of the northeastern states. Its terrain difficult. Vacationing here is exciting, enlightening, adventurous. The tough terrain is a trekker's delight, and its amazing range of flora and fauna a naturalist's dream. Bomdila, the home of the Monpas, is a beautiful small town situated at a height of about 8,000 feet. The Buddhist monastery of Bomdila is a repository of culture and is among the primary attractions of the area. And then it appears, like an apparition, like an answer to a prayer, a penance, the 400-year-old fortress monastery of Tawang. A palpable detachment with the world, as though the stunning starkness of nature lends a proximity to the divine. In the sanctorum, a gigantic 10-meter statue of the Buddha looks down benignly. The monastery also houses a large collection of priceless manuscripts, ancient books, and antique tankas. The Namdapha National Park, for both the truly dedicated wilderness and wildlife fan, and for the uninitiated. The only natural habitat where 4 of the great felines are found: the tiger, the leopard, the snow leopard, and the clouded leopard. The sanctuary also has 150 species of trees and a fabulous wealth of medicinal and ornamental plant life. The most scantily populated of the northeast states, Arunachal is a treasure trove of ethnic diversity and ancient traditions. It is home to 26 major indigenous tribes, each with distinctive features. Some are highly skilled in weaving, producing some of the most brilliant carpets and shawls in the northeast. The symphony of eastern Himalayas, girdling, Sikkim, pristine, preserved, lofty mountain ranges and swift gushing rivers, ancient monasteries and gorgeous orchid nurseries. The stunning views of the sacred Kanchenjunga, swirling across the lush, sprawling tea gardens of Darjeeling, aboard the quaint toy train. The gently rolling hills and handicrafts of Kalimpong. And finally, the crescendo in the mysterious, mystical loveliness of Arunachal Pradesh. The eastern Himalayas, the idyllic mountain holiday destination.